Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And what I am looking at is the Night Owl Pumpkin Ale from Elysian Brewing. Elysian Brewing Company is out of Seattle, Washington. They are now an InBev brand. They were bought out in 2015 by InBev. So the Night Owl Pumpkin Ale. 6.7% alcohol by volume, 18 IBUs. It is an unfiltered pumpkin ale with raw pumpkin and toasted pumpkin seeds added, as well as clove, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice. There's the pour. It's a hazy brown color poured with about a one finger, creamy looking, slightly off-white head. The aroma, very pumpkin pie forward. You're getting all those spices in there, the clove, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, the allspice. Smells really good. I am getting some pumpkin, some like toasted pumpkin notes, probably from the toasted pumpkin seeds. Got some nice aromas to it. It's not overly spiced, or at least it doesn't smell like it's overly spiced with the pumpkin pie spices that they're using in here. It smells like it's going to be a very malty, well-balanced pumpkin beer. It smells very good, guys. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Wow, this is really nice. You're getting the pumpkin pie spices, but they're not too heavy on the spice. Some nice pumpkin flavor in the middle of the sip. Getting a nice roasty, toasty note, some bready notes in the middle, but I think some of that's coming from the toasted pumpkin seeds, which I think is a very nice touch. I can't think of another pumpkin beer that I've had where they put roasted pumpkin seeds in there. So I think that was a really nice touch in this beer. The finish is very crisp, clean, refreshing, semi-dry. The carbonation is medium with this one. The body is relatively light at 6.7%. That's getting up there. That's pretty high for a regular old pumpkin beer. It's not an imperial. It's just a regular old pumpkin ale, and that 6.7% is completely non-existent. You could chug this one down, no problem if you wanted to, and it drinks like a sessionable beer, absolutely. Um, Very nice stuff from Elysian, originally out of Seattle, Washington. Like I said, acquired by InBev back in 2015. I love the label design with this one. You got the owl with the blood moon in the background there with the pine trees. Kind of an evil looking owl. He looks angry. But really nice label. Most of the pumpkin beers that you see are going to have a pumpkin on them. This one is unique with that owl. And I like the name, Night Owl Pumpkin Ale. Very, very good. One of the better pumpkin beers that I've had ever, really. I think the reason being you're not getting too much of the pumpkin pie spices in there. It does have that pumpkin pie note to it, but I'm getting the nice toasty notes, roasty notes in the middle of the sip that are coming from I'm sure from the roasted barley malt as well as from those toasted pumpkin seeds. It adds a nice little touch of character to this beer. It also does say that it has raw pumpkin in it. Raw pumpkin seeds and roasted pumpkin seeds. And it is bottle conditioned. It does say unfiltered and may contain sediment. Well, I'm really not getting any sediment. It is hazy, though. There are some dust-like particles floating around in it, but there's no big chunks or anything at the bottom of the glass. Carbonation is definitely in there. It's actually more of a medium to almost high carbonation. It's definitely making me belch. Very, very enjoyable beer. It's definitely in the A range. I'm going to go with, let's see, one more sip. I'm going to go with a 97 out of 100. I think this is an outstanding pumpkin beer, one of the best ones that I've ever had. I like the fact that they use raw and roasted pumpkin seeds. Like I've said before, I think that adds a nice touch of character to this one, more depth of flavor. The pumpkin pie spices are definitely there, but they're not too powerful or overpowering. A very well-balanced pumpkin ale, which a lot of times is not the case. A lot of times they're very heavy on the pumpkin pie spice. With this one, it's a lot more balanced. There is a little bit of a bitterness on the finish to kind of balance out that malt forward presentation as well. It's not a bitter beer by any means, but it does have a little touch of bitterness on the finish, which balances it out even more. So 97 out of 100, that'll do it for this beer review, guys. If you can find it, definitely check them out. They're InBev now, so as far as I know, it's pretty much nationwide distribution, so you should be able to find this in your area. Hope you all are having a wonderful day, and until next time, everybody, cheers.